Howdy, friends. Today we got the Paldea Adventure Chest. Has all this stuff in it. It's been taking up a lot of space, so I figure why not open it. And I don't know what packs specifically there are in here, but I know that some of the Paldea packs have been going up. So let's go ahead and get started. And I figured I could also use the box as storage, to be honest. So while we open this up today, let's talk about our friends to the north. Our good friends to the north, the Canadians. Okay, Canada. Because current events. Okay, but let's give it some historical context here. This is a nice box. Okay, and I know it opens weird, so let's go. Yeah, whoa, okay. Let me just back up a little bit here. You can see the stuff on my desk. So it goes, gotta catch 'em all. I'm really leaning back here. Okay, we got this guy. And, okay, so I have to have it open like this. And then we can peer inside here. We got a box and a binder, or a folio, or whichever they call it. So we have, this guy. And little Pika, some stickers, and I guess they're in here, huh? Yep, okay. So let's take these out so I can get this box out of my way. But I appreciate the creativity. Like, that's cool. That's some origami stuff. I don't like how I can't open it up without, like, this guy, but that's whatever. I wonder if I hope I can, like, kind of deconstruct it a little bit so I can use it as storage, because otherwise it's going in the recycling bin. Okay, what have we got here? Paradox Rift, Obsidian, Scarlet and Violet, Paradox, Obsidian, and one Paldea. That's kind of funny. And the Paldea, it's called the Paldea Adventure Chest, and there's one Paldea packet in it. Paradox, Obsidian. Okay, I mean, that's fine, whatever. Got some stickers. And I guess this is a deck box that you can put your deck in. And then we have a promo in here. Again, if you're new here, promo, it's called a Black Star promo because it has a black star that says promo. And let's just open it up because I'm not sure what else is in here. Let's find out. Oh, okay. So then we have 3 more cards, and they're Cosmic Hollows. So this pattern, like, it's a hollow, but it's shiny with, like, sparkles. That means it's a Cosmic Hollow. And then sometimes they have swirls in them. And if they have swirls, which I'm not seeing at the moment, but if I see one, I will let you know to point it out to you as a swirl. So yeah, it's Cosmic Hollow promo with Pikachu, Tandem Mouse, Sprigatito, Palmy, I think. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so let's get down to business. Oh wait, we also have these ones. We also have these. So this is like a little thingy. So again, we got the Palmy and Tandem Mouse and Sprigatito. And then for anybody who wants the code card, let me get that out for you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that in the recycling, to be honest. I don't have any need for this. I was going to say at least it's not plastic, but everything's covered in plastic anyway. Okay, sorry. Here we go. There you go. Okay. So, when I was growing up, for some reason, I moved around a lot. My dad was in the army. I moved around a lot of different places. And I always thought it was interesting to see what things were taught in certain places and what things weren't. And NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, was the topic for a very long time. I want to keep Paldea Evolved to the end because that's what I was hoping we would have in here. So I'll do Obsidian second to last, Paradox second, and Scarlet and Violet base first. Yeah, NAFTA was like something that people could not, social studies teachers could not stop talking about. And when I started teaching in 2014, I started with world geography, and basically we just made all of our lessons together as a department, because we had a big department. And a huge thing that we needed to cover, because it was on all the district tests, was NAFTA, 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 like all day, every day, super important. And what's funny is it was the same textbook. I started teaching with the same textbook as I had when I was in high school. So, you know, I'm telling you, NAFTA was a big, 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 big social studies thing for a long time. And I think, to me, that reflects the importance, or at least the perceived importance, but I would say the importance of NAFTA. I do want to point out some fun fact here for a second. Before the United States Constitution, there was this thing called the Articles of Confederation, which I will go more in depth. I don't think I've made a video about that yet, because it's very interesting, but something in the Articles of Confederation, which again was before the Constitution, it said that basically, hey, Canada, like literally it mentioned Canada and the Articles of Confederation, and was like, hey guys, if Canada would like to join, they are allowed to join the United States of America as like a fair and equal friend. So I think that's pretty interesting. If we look at the history of our countries together, there were multiple times where the United States did invade Canada. But that was all because we were trying to get at the British. It wasn't anything against, as far as I know, I don't think it was anything against the Canadians. It was against the British. So that's a fun little factor. But when it comes to NAFTA, again, the North American Free Trade Agreement, the point of free trade is that if we reduce trade barriers, listen to this, if we reduce trade barriers, then it encourages trade. Duh, right? If you go to a tax-free weekend where, you know, it's a tax-free, it's a school weekend where you can buy school clothes. Yeah, we got a full art. I've never seen this one. Let's see. We have, oh, that's cute. We have a giant bug on top of a dog. I wish it wasn't a bug on top of the dog. But nonetheless, it's pretty cute. Look at his tongue hanging out. That's not all drool, right? It's like a blanket, I hope. not an amazing amount of drool. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Full art, nice. I don't know if I've ever gotten a full art from, what was this? Paradox Rift. I don't think I've ever gotten that. Okay. Yeah, if you reduce, okay, anyway, what I was saying was the tax-free weekend, right? The stores are really, really, really busy on tax-free weekend. Why? Because you're saving some money. Now, to be fair, it's not that much money. Like, it adds up for sure, but it's not that much money. But people really show up for those things, because if you can save a couple bucks here or there, people will definitely do that. And so when it comes to trade, it's the same way. Even though I'm talking about on the micro level with you and everybody else, like just normal people, individuals who are going to the store. Did I take out the code card? Yes, I did. Okay. You know, if we zoom out and we do a macro look at that, you get the same kind of deal where more countries will do business if they have less impediments between them and their money, right? If there's a chance to make more money, they will obviously do that, right? So NAFTA was to get rid of trade barriers, to encourage trade happening on our continent with the United States. It was the North American Free Trade Agreement. So that being said, like, we're not talking about the Caribbean or anything, but Canada, US, Mexico, those were the countries that were involved here. And again, it was to try to connect. I don't want to say integrate, but connect the economies of our neighbors, right? We're right here next to each other. We have land borders with them, and we don't have land borders with anybody else. And so we might as well do trade with them. Okay, this is gonna be a lot. This is the last pack, but I have some more underneath my desk. Hold on. Okay, so there was some debates about this. Okay, NAFTA was put into effect, I believe, in 1994. So they worked on this for a couple of years, and it happened under Bill Clinton. So again, it was making it so that the tariffs went down, which again is a trade impediment, I'll say, that reduces trade. If you have a tariff, it reduces trade. Okay. Now, what's funny when we compare this to current events is that used to be a Republican concept. Free trade. We got 2 full arts. Okay. And I've never even seen this card before. Look at that. So Paldea, from my understanding, has a bunch of really, really expensive cards, or at least 8. Like, I don't remember which one Bubble Mew comes out of, but I think it's a Paldea, one of the Paldeas. But that's not bad. Look at, and if you've seen this in like Pokemon Go, and I imagine the video games, this creature dances, and it says it right there, exciting dance. That's just kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick, and then I'm gonna get you some more packs. One second. Okay, I'm almost done, so let's just do this tin. Got this big brain. Got this tin. I got it at Target a couple days ago. I just happened to be there when the lady was restocking, and she did not have any of the good stuff, but she had this, so I was like, okay, I'll buy something. There's not much on the shelves. Okay, so Canada, I mean, culturally, we are pretty much the same, to be honest. I mean, we are different. Like, I love Canada. I want you to stay free and independent and blah, 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 blah. And we are culturally brothers. I mean, we are connected probably more than any other country. Again, when it comes to everything from our accents, which are extremely similar, to our languages, minus Quebec, stuff like that. And so to put barriers between us when we have decided and agreed upon not having barriers between us is just absurd. And then when you look at the numbers, when you look at the real numbers, okay, so this tin, I don't know if this matters to you. I know sometimes they have like things printed on them, and I don't see anything like that. But in case you're wondering what is inside of this tin, I happened to get at Target the other day Lost Origin and 2 Silver Tempest. So let's do the Lost Origin first. I have the numbers here, and I'll put this in the description. I'll put this article by the Council on Foreign Relations, because these numbers are quite astounding. Okay, so the United States exports, again, according to the Council on Foreign Relations, they said, and again, I'll put this in the description, 78% of Canadian exports goes to the United States of America. 78%. Oh, apparently there was a card trick here. 78% is a lot. A lot. I'm going to put this on top for a reason. I'll tell you in a second. That means that Canada only exports 22% of their stuff to anywhere else in the world. 78% of Canada's exports, and their total exports is $567 billion. $576 billion. 78% of that comes to us. Okay, now our economy is so large that massive amount of money is only 14% of our money. Again, this doesn't make a whole bunch of sense when I'm saying it. Like, that's a lot of numbers to get confused, but I'm going to put it in the description. Again, this is Silver Tempest. They would be completely destroyed. Like, this tariff situation is going to destroy them for no reason. For no reason. I don't know why Trump thinks that we are getting taken advantage of by people. I really don't understand that. I have no idea. Because when you look at the numbers, it just does not reflect that. Oh, cute. Whoa. We got two hits. Okay, and what's behind here? Furasode girl. Why is she called that? Cool, we got double hits though. And it's a full art of a cutie dragon with somebody. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, I can't tell. With somebody just chilling with their dragon, just reading a map or something. It's funny that they're reading that. I don't know. Dredgen are vicious and cunning. They take up residence in nests dug out by other Pokemon, treating the stolen nests as their own lairs. And then also, this TG means trainer gallery. Trainer gallery. This is a trainer, and then it's like a full art, so I guess it's like... Yeah, and look at the background there. That's fun. I like the desert. It's beautiful. And then the other one seems interesting. Magerna. It's like a robot. Bunny. Pokeball thing. And it doesn't have a description of what the heck it is. Okay, second to last pack. Okay. Last pack. And then I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm going to talk about probably in the next video. Although I have 2 topics that are on the burner. Okay. Now, I want to say something else too. I saw an interview yesterday with some Canadian politician that was really interesting and insightful. He was saying that obviously it's not like this is a horrible plan. Trump is making a massive mistake for many different reasons when it comes to just this trade thing alone. But one of the things that he said, the Canadian guy was saying, was about fentanyl. And apparently that's what the administration has been saying. Ooh, that looks expensive. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Play this card as if it were a 60 HP basic Pokemon. At any time during your turn, you may discard this card. That's interesting. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So he was talking about fentanyl, and I guess that's like a main thing that people have been talking about. The administration has been talking about as a reason why they want to cut down on trade. And he gave the numbers as to how much fentanyl has been coming in through from Canada to the US versus from Mexico to the US, and it doesn't compare. Like, it's barely any. Obviously, any is too much, right? But comparatively speaking, he was like, don't lump us in with Mexico because like that is a legit problem, and like we don't want people to have fentanyl and everything. Sorry, this is my cat. We don't want people to have fentanyl and everything. But to say that we are just as at fault as Canada or as Mexico is just ridiculous. And again, if you look at the stats, it really is ridiculous. So this is interesting. We live in unprecedented times, and it's quite tiring because I wish we could just go back to precedented times. That would be really nice. I know people really love Lugia. So, and this is pretty. I mean, like, it looks good. It's kind of a weird texture here, but it's like smooth. Like the Pokemon is smooth, and then the background is a different kind of texture. Just gotta jump. Okay, there we go. So, Let's see what happens here. I don't understand why Trump is trying to kind of betray our brother. Another thing that the guy mentioned on the news was that Canada has had a lot of their people, not an amazing amount, like, I don't want to say, that sounds wrong. They have had a fair amount of their soldiers die in conflicts that they pretty much were in because we were in it. So like they had people die in Afghanistan, they had people die in Iraq, they've had people die, you know, along like shoulder to shoulder with us. And so to turn our back on them, to threaten to ruin their economy, even though they're our friends and they've done nothing wrong, that is very problematic. And it doesn't make any sense at all. So, you know, this administration has been a big flip-flop. They'll put out something, they'll be like, yeah, blah, 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 and then say like it makes perfect sense, and you know, it's very clear. I don't know why everyone's confused about it. And they'll like go on the news and be really rude about it, and then the next day they'll be like, we're changing it, we're doing this. And so it's just like, okay, you haven't thought about this at all, and yet you have people, you know, little chihuahuas going around and biting at people's ankles, acting like because they ask a question that they're stupid. And this is getting real tired real quick. This guy. Okay, so the two topics that I have lined up and I need to do more research on, but one of them is Columbia, the spaceship Columbia, because that was requested. Thank you. And then another one has to do with this character, but the first one, Porygon. Because I was looking up banned Pokemon cards, which is a thing. And okay, so I'm going to do two about banned Pokemon, because I actually was able to get my hands on one of the banned Pokemon cards. And I know it's related to an episode, so I'm going to watch that episode and then get back at you. But this one, there is a Simpsons episode related to this, which I need to watch in preparation. And there is a Pokemon episode related to this that I need to look at, because this is a wild story. It's a really wild story. So if you look up Porygon, I don't know what else you should look up with it. I don't want to spoil the story for you. But yeah. This is like, it was so crazy. I was like, that can't be real. That can't be true. And so I had to look it up, and I was like, wait, it looks like it is true. So I'm going to do some research about that. All right. So that was the Paldea adventure chest. And also this tin. There are some things that you can get your hands on. Might as well. This was just taking up a lot of space, so I figured, why not open it up? All right, so again, if you have any suggestions that you would like to learn about, please put them in the comments below. It doesn't matter if it's current events, psychology, government, U.S. history, anything social studies related, I got you. And I have a feeling that I'm just going to have a lot of topics to cover with current events this year that I'll always loop in to some historical context for you as well. So thank you for tuning in, and let's see what happens next.